Welcome, bitches and bros and non-binary hoes. I don't know what's been up with the algorithm, maybe it's the bot or main hop phenomenon, but I've been getting a lot more Skate the Infinity content recommended to me, and it's re-sparked my interest. I've seen the series already whenever it was popular. I liked it, it got me into longboarding, but yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, and with the content I've been getting recommended, I wondered, what was it really about? Was it just a skating anime? Just a shonen? About friendship? About passion? What was it about? I don't know, but this is totally not an excuse to watch it again. I'll rewatch it, and I'll try giving a concrete answer decision thingy. Skate the Infinity was about... Time to talk about today's sponsor. I'm just messing with you, I'm not a real YouTuber. Unless... This video is sponsored by me and the channel members, and it could be you. Become a member. Remember, this video is made possible by viewers like you. Thank you. Sorry, I just wanted to make a little joke. For those who don't know, Skate the Infinity is an original anime, meaning there's no original manga source for the story. Released in January of 2021 by Studio Bones director Hiroko Utsumi, and had Masanori Miyake leading the production. This series follows our main characters, Reki, a skateboarding-obsessed high schooler, and his new Canadian friend, Longa Hasegawa, who just transferred in, and let him talk about skateboarding for more than 2 minutes, and boom! Now he will teach you everything he possibly can about a special interest. This story follows their friendship as we meet a cast of colorful skateboarding characters, all participating in the local secret skateboarding scene called S. I won't go too into depth on the story since that'll take too long, but here's Skate the Infinity Season 1's plot in under 3 minutes. Here's Reki. Hi, new Canadian guy Longa. Hi, my dad died. Damn, wanna skate? I need a job. Oh, I'll give you a job if you deliver this board. Okay. This is S. You gotta skate. Whoa, you won. Thanks, I snowboard. Meanwhile at S. Whoa, new guy! Hey, I need to see something. Go, Catboy! Yeah, I'm an angsty preteen, battle me! Hey, Longa, I can build boards! Whoa! Here you go! Longa wins. Hi, I'm Adam, that was amazing. Mia, you suck. Take that back, I challenge you! Whoa, this is a bad idea, kid. I can beat him.
You're gonna take a quick ride.
Adam wins. Longa, I challenge you. Okay? Don't do it, Longa. I don't want to lose another friend to skating. Nah, I'd win. Meow, 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 meow.
Oh my God! Yes!
The cops are here! Scatter! Beach, no homo episode.
Just takes guts and momentum, you know, like everything else in skateboarding. If you're not prepared to break a bone or two, you shouldn't be skating crazy rock. You win? Or you want to go home?
Nah, man. I do want to work on getting better first. I don't want to fall behind.
And you've got the drive. That's what's important.
Damn, how are they all so good? Why can't I be like that? I suck. Maybe I shouldn't skate anymore.
I need a minute to think about this.
Tournament. Joe versus Longa. Longa wins. Damn, I wish that were me. Shit, my board broke. Reki! I don't care about skating. I don't care about skating. I don't care about... Skateboarding is dumb. Actually... Bro! I challenge you, Reki. You're on!
It's still raining. Why is it still raining? I did what I was supposed to. That's not fair.
Adam wins. My turn. Come, be with me in the zone, Longa. No, you. Insert Ratatouille childhood scene. Longa wins. Yippee! Good luck editing that. Under 3 minutes, because we're cool. So yeah, that was a summary of the story, but it doesn't really encapsulate what feelings the series gives you. So I highly recommend watching it. Like, highly recommend watching it. I love this series. Please go watch it. With all that in mind, we're moving forward, and I'm gonna pretend you already watched the series. So spoilers ahead. Okay, so I watched this series like a total of maybe 5 times, and I noted everything I possibly could while I watched. So I'm pretty confident in the conclusion I've come to. Let me start off with saying this series has multiple themes prevalent throughout the series. So what was the series about? What was it made for? Was it to show skateboarding? Was it to show eye candy? Was it supposed to be about friendship? Was it about passion and skill? There were different points made throughout the series, and there were a couple of overarching themes, such as the importance of friendship and the impact that we have on others, grief and how it affects us in life, talent versus skill, and the role and importance of passion in what we do. As I watched and later repeatedly rewatched the series, I would note what I figured the series' main message was, and I'll explain the thought process behind it. But first, let me get this out the way. Surface level, yes, this show is just about skating and friendship. That's what the director intended to show when the series was being made. They were passionate about skating, which they had just gotten into, and wanted to make a show about that and friendship. This show is a projection of their experiences with loving and being enamored with something new and exciting. But as all art, even without intention, there are meanings that will inevitably be embedded in our art. You can tell the director and the team were passionate about the series. It oozes passion. It reeks with passion. So we'll examine this series outside the scope of simply a skating anime and try and see the message that isn't just, hey, wanna skate? The message that a majority of the community felt for, myself included. I got into longboarding because of this one. I'm looking for a message that can be applied to everything, the true moral of the story. One of the most forefront topics this show covered was passion. I feel fun is a byproduct of passion. You won't have fun for anything you're not remotely passionate about. So when they had fun, they were obviously passionate about different aspects of skateboarding. Everyone had different aspects they were drawn to. This series is constantly showing us how this sport is loved. Despite how dangerous the sport could get, they'd sometimes recklessly keep pushing their boundaries to greater heights. In the opening and ending themes, we get the message of fervently chasing a dream and perseverance. The lyrics reading, "You might wanna brace about the one that can't nobody get in my way." Throughout the series, we see repeatedly a sort of, watch what I can do, oh yeah, watch this, as the cast members inspire each other with skill to continuously improve and learn. We even get a quote from Reki in episode 10 explaining why they skate despite the danger.
It's exciting. It's thrilling. You need skill to do it. It takes time to master. But you master the impossible. And each time you learn something new, it's fulfilling and fun. Plus, there's nothing like skating alongside a good friend. Absolutely nothing. What I mean is, it's more than what you see. And it's the main drive for the conflict. No conflict would have started if Reki hadn't butt heads with Adam about the idea of having fun at the end of the Mia Longa race in episode 3. Despite Mia getting friends and discovering the value that skating with friends can bring, Adam states Mia has nothing and is empty, devaluing the two current beliefs Reki has. So needless to say, the vouch for pursuing things you're passionate about was a message the show emphasized heavily. Secondly, skill and talent. The show does not shy away from showing us characters that have raw talent as an advantage that can't be easily matched with skill. We see Longa with the remnants of skills from being a high-level snowboarder, Mia being a candidate for a national team at such a young age. Adam is a skater that throughout the show is portrayed as a talented skater, but upon closer inspection, we can see it's really more of a demonstration of intimidation used as skill, but I'd argue being able to pull those off effectively and consistently is a talent, because again, he had never been beat. Then we see skaters like Reki, who use their skill as their edge to be on par with those who have natural talent. Cherry builds and designs Carla, an AI assistant skateboard that can warp as needed and helps him pulling off skills that he's unable to do alone, and Joe having refined his own body as a means to improve. Reki had an impressive amount of technical know-how for decks, and the advantages and disadvantages that each bring, even being able to build them from scratch, which is hella impressive. It's this knowledge that nearly wins him the beef against Adam, if it wasn't for that wheel giving out. I also want to point out that the show made it a point to portray Reki as being one of, if not the least skilled of the main cast. However, I noticed after watching DoctorCanon's video essay about Skate Infinity, Reki has been skating for the least amount of time of the entire cast. The fact that he's able to keep up with such high-level skaters who have been doing the sport for longer, Mia included, is an insane feat in and of itself, and he does not see that himself. We see this repeatedly as early as episode 1, where he himself says, "It's my fault because I suck so bad."
never truly acknowledging any of his unique skills in the series. And of course he doesn't. It's constantly in his face that he's not at the level of others. Like in episode 5 when Cherry says, "You two," referring to Adam and Reki,
"are on completely different levels."
Or in like an entire half of episode 7. So it's only natural he thinks this. In episode 6, Longa praises his technical know-how, saying,
"You're amazing, Reki."
To which Reki thinks in response,
"I'm nothing compared to you."
Poor guy gets compared so much to Longa, who, in reality, the talent comes from the pre-refined skill that he had before the events of the meeting, but most people, himself included, ignored that and only focused on what was being seen right there. Him starting off as supposedly a new skater and suddenly becoming one of the best. Luckily, the show never admonishes them trying impossible feats, or rather, they still do it regardless of any advice against it because of their love for skating. I'll also touch on this very briefly, but a point is brought up in episode 8 of the series of supporting roles. Reki is watching the news and an interview is done about a former track runner turned shoemaker who specializes in making track shoes. When asked why, he states he knew he was bad at the sport but simply loved it so much that he wanted to continue being involved with it. It didn't matter to him in what capacity. He even says,
"The fact that so many amazing athletes rely on my product is a dream come true.
Reki doesn't initially agree with this view, though he does recognize himself in the same position as that man, having the idea of a supporting role stuck in his head later in episode 9, saying,
I don't want to cheer from the sidelines. I want to be skating beside you.
And to some extent, I think he felt trapped in that role because of the skill gap, referring to it as being chosen in episode 10. With the help of some advice his manager gives him in that same episode, he does come to a conclusion in the following episode that
It's not just Longa. I'm different from Joe and Mia and all them. But still, it doesn't mean I love skating any less than they do.
So basically he starts to understand he's not the best, but he's still talented, and can love the sport just the same as the rest. He doesn't have to quit doing the sport because he's not good. Lastly, our effect on others. I believe friendships are important because it's the basis for a community. Communities are beneficial to human society because of how we can uplift others and in turn be uplifted. Anyone who's ever worked on a group project filled with people passionate about the same end goal can attest to it being one of the most beneficial things for the end goal. Getting different perspectives and ideas is an invaluable thing that we provide just by sharing our ideas and being around other people. The show calls it friendship, but what it's really showing is the effect we can have on others. Even without some of the characters being friends, they still affected one another. For example, Reki's effect on Adam both directly and indirectly through Longa, and Tadashi's effect on Reki in the love hotel scene. Those characters can't be necessarily considered friends in the series, however, they still provided important development for the characters, and throughout all this, skill level and talent did not have a role in how much change they cost. Reki, the least skilled according to the show, affects Adam, supposedly the most skilled shown in the show. Skill limits are not a boundary when it comes to the effect we have on others. With that in mind, here is my final interpretation. Being passionate about something and getting involved regardless of at what capacity and sharing that passion has an invaluable direct effect on others and the community. This is what I think Skate the Infinity is really about. But feel free to let me know what lesson you learned from the series in the comments. I like the series, so I want to talk about it more. Okay, major cut here, like fade moment. Man, it's been a while since I wrote an essay. I hope you enjoyed it. There were so many things I wanted to talk about. I really love this series, so I had to keep reining myself in. I'm so glad I forced myself to sit down and write an essay, then read it from the script, because I never would have gotten to a point if I'd gone unscripted. But yeah, watch the series and watch DoctorCanon's video, which I will link in the description because it's just that great. And their content is cool, so I know what I'll be watching when I have free time. Anyways, I'll see you on the next video. If you want to see more content like this, feel free to hit subscribe and the bell and the silly little thumbs up icon that validates all my effort I put in. Thanks, see you soon, bye bye! Remember, this video is made possible by viewers like Fonda King. No, go. The cat tried to walk across.